For this tutorial, we will be modeling Isometric Model 2 on Autodesk Inventor. First, we're going to take a look at the shape, which we have here. In this tutorial, we'll take a block and use the subtractive method to create this curve through the part. So in Inventor, I'm going to start with a new sketch. And I can choose any plane. I'm probably going to do YZ for this example. I'm going to create a rectangle, and that's going to be the side view of this part. So looking back at my part, you can see that on my side view, my block is at the depth of, it's 4 blocks, which equals 0.25 a block. 4 plus 1, so that's 5. So we're looking at setting this dimension to 1.25. Now I need the height of this block. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 blocks times 0.25. So here's a little neat trick. I can take 0.25 times 6 and it's set at 1.5. Once I'm done setting my block, I'm going to finish sketch and I'm going to create my block. So I'm going to go to extrude. It doesn't matter which direction you go from that work plane. I'm just going to choose direction 2 and go back and look at my front view and look at the length. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what does that equal? That is at 2.5. And now I have the block to my isometric shape number 2. Now you're going to probably ask, how am I going to get this curve out? Probably going to create a circle, if you can see the circle, where my radius is going to be from the center point, where my dot is right here. And I'm going to extrude the circle out. So you'll see how I do it. Come in and I'm going to start a sketch on my side view. And for my side view, I'm going to create a circle. And the circle is going to be locked in the corner. I'm going to click and drag it and just drop it. Okay. When I drop it, I'm going to hit dimension. And in dimension, I'm going to set the diameter, not the radius. The radius is half the distance from the center to the edge of the circle. But I need the diameter, because that's what it's asking for, of the actual circle. So I'm going to go back to my drawing. And if you can envision it, there is a big circle. But from that corner point, that is the radius. So if I look at it, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces from the edge to the center. So if my radius is 1, what is my diameter? 2. And you can see how it set the circle to 2. I'm going to finish the sketch when I'm done with it. I'm going to go to extrude. And when I go to extrude, I'm going to set my distance to all, which will automatically set the feature to cut, extrude cut. I'm going to hit OK, and you're going to see that I've created the arc on part model number 2. Now I'm going to show you how to do an extrude cut for the rectangle. I'm going to come in and I'm probably going to select the back view and look at the back of my part. I'm going to create a sketch on the back. Now you'll see that sketch 3 showed up. I'm going to create a rectangle. And you can see that a line actually shows up. And I can lock it there because I know that that's where my line is. Actually, I'm not going to lock it there. So I'm just going to do that so I can control where that distance is and make sure it's accurate. So if I look, this is the rectangle I just created. And I'm going to dimension this line to the bottom, which is 2 spaces. And at 0.25 a space, that makes it 0.5. So I'm going to take the edge here and this line and dimension it. Oh, I'm going to right click to get out of it and hit escape because I did not dimension to the correct line. So I'm going to click here and make sure that my dimension looks like this. So I'm dimensioning exactly to this bottom line, to that one. And it's at 0.5. Next, I have to dimension out the distance from this edge to this line, which looks like it's 2 spaces, which is also 0.5. and the same with the space from the other edge. I'm going to hit dimension this edge to this edge. Oops, again, hit escape. Sorry about that. Hit dimension again. Click on this line. Click on this line. And I'm going to set that to 0.5. Now here's a little neat trick I'm going to show you. If I know that this is the same distance from here to here, I'm going to click on this line and click on this line. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Sorry. So make sure that when you click on these two lines, that it brings you this horizontal line. I'm going to click on it. Now I can do one of two things. I can type in 0.5, but because I know that these are equal, if I click on my previous, which is listed at D9, it will automatically set it to 0.50. It's a little neat trick. I'm going to go ahead and do that anyways. Hopefully I didn't confuse you. Now I can come in and extrude. I'm going to click on this rectangle, go to distance all, and if I need to, I'll just throw the orbit so I can see what it's cutting out. Hit OK, and you'll see that I cut that rectangular part out. Now I have to go ahead and show my view from the isometric view. Now I have to cut out this square, which is shown here. Or yeah, it's a square. So I'm going to come in, start my sketch on this surface. I'm going to rotate it here. I'm going to create a rectangle. And what I'm going to need is the dimensions coming from this edge to this edge, from this edge to here, and the top. Now from the bottom line to here, it's one space, so it's 0.25. I'm going to hit dimension. I'm going to dimension this space to this line. And again, I don't know why it's doing that, so I had to get out of it, make sure that it's dimensioning to here. There we go. And that's 0.25. Now you see that it turned purple, which means that it is constrained. Now I'm looking here, it's two spaces, so it's 0.5 from the edge. So I'm going to dimension. Now I need to dimension from here to here at 0.5. I'm going to dimension this line to this line at 0.5. Sorry. Nope. Now I'm going to look to see what this dimension is. It's at 0.5. And back to my inventor window here. From here to here, it's at 0.5. And there I have set my square. Now that I have set this sketch, I'm going to extrude cut this part. I'm going to highlight that, go to distance all, hit OK, and now my part is complete. Go to the front, look here, and now you can see that I have 4 extrusions. 1 is the box, 2 is the subtractive method with the circle, 3 is that rectangle, and 4 is the square in the center.